Good evening. Think camera doesn't work. There, fixed it. So we've got the 6th American Regional, the second one off stage 2, and this is what the bracket looks like. Some of the teams will be skipping the first round, like these three. So we've got one match here, and we've got this thing that doesn't load. Amazing. Let's see if the refresh helps it. So it changes. Nice. Guess none of the teams are skipping anything. I think someone might have dropped out, or maybe there's more teams. Wait, there's 4 teams here, 4 here. So I guess one of the teams dropped out. And out of these, I should see who DDR is. And then we'll decide what to watch. Okay, let's see who A2 is. I see him in matchmaking a lot, so he's definitely training. I just need to see Onyx, but I think this might be the best match. Yeah, this is good. We're gonna watch match 2. Good evening, Firelight. Hey, what's up? Spam is playing for Puff Bro, is not Pack, so maybe a bit more interesting. Yeah, but that match is covered. I think we should watch something else. Play. A-Teams is actually decent, especially compared to APAC. Oh, we're already almost starting, so might as well change the music. How have I lost this? Where's the playlist? I hear this. This should be the best match in theory, like the closest. It had the most frustrating MM session. Aren't they all? Monitor died when you restarted. TM was black screen, so you lost I don't know how many rounds. Well, not only that, but you also screwed someone else over because it was 1v2. Get a new monitor. No messing around. This is serious stuff. How can you go in this life and death situation with a terrible monitor? The monitors are pretty cheap these days. You can get a really good monitor for like 250 euros. Like top of the line esports quality monitor. So who pipe dance band? I'm not too happy about that because we're probably watching Supercross. I knew it. So we're gonna get beginnings, which in theory is interesting to watch, but then it turns into a shit show. Well, never mind, that's not gonna be here. So now there's always gonna be one map that's not gonna be played. And this time it's gonna be beginnings. Air control should be interesting. We did see it a little bit last week in APAC. Let's see what these guys can do since they've had a week more to practice. You're rooting for Onyx? I don't think we care. We're rooting for a good match. And it's gonna be best of 3. Entire group stage or GSL, whatever that means, is gonna be best of 3. I just want to see something interesting, preferably a new line that I can learn very quickly. That would be ideal. Maybe something crazy here. Look at this guy. Yes, I can. To answer your question. Also happens, believe it or not. Like how I learned this map today. I realized my problem with this is that the identity sector map was built wrong. You're missing 11 speed there. That's why it wasn't clicking for me, so I had to rebuild the map. That's a life lesson. If you want something done well, you gotta do it yourself. Now let's see what these guys can do. I feel like Yep changed one of their players every single regional. It's a Gempy and BMQS. Let's see. Oh, Gempy last, but really close. Fails to get the nose slide. That will cost him quite a bit. But none of them really have a good start. Oh, different ice slides. Cackney struggling with the exit. Snowy's just super far ahead, and now Cackney in that last Gempy with a crash. Not a crash by BMQS. Chance for Onyx to ace straight away. Noise just super far ahead. Can't even take the entire identity safe at this point. It's such a janky map, isn't it? I have no idea who these players are. I think out of all of these, BMQS has been playing the longest. Oh, Noisia with a little mistake. Has lost quite a bit. Decides not to go for the slow-mo. He did have the gap. In my testing, it was 0.7. If you just want to jump straight through the slow-mo, you will lose 0.7. Both of them had 0.8. But to be fair, it's not that difficult that you have to go safe. If you're in that situation, you can just do it normally. Yeah, I'm pretty sure people know the Onyx players from Cup of the Day. Because that's how you get to know all of the players. We're really bad by Cackney again. He's struggling on ice there. Yep, now with a strong start, but this is where they both crashed last time. No problem now, however. MQS so close to the wall. And the gap is shrinking, Noisia is coming closer. Then this randomish part where you can get a slowdown for no reason. Jampy with a crash. That is terrible because it's really difficult to start the ice slide then. And he has to respawn indeed, twice even. That was a terrible spot to crash. Noisia takes for first. Can this even be a victory? Yeah, good save for Onyx. Had a terrible start, but somehow got a victory out of it. A zero flow map. Unfortunately, it's the worst one by far.
Victory.
Yeah, I fully agree. It's the gear that you can drop there too, and you can get a random slowdown because you're jumping onto the bob. It would be better if there was no bob at all on the map. This is the only bob block that kind of makes sense. All of the other ones are terrible. Best start for Cackney by far, and usually he accelerates even more later on, so this bodes really well for Onyx. I didn't expect this to be such a stomp. But they're well on their way to get another ace here. Jampy is down to gear 2. Costs a lot of time there. Keeps the gear here at least. Very slow entry into the ice slide. So once again, both of these might even have the gap to go safe. They decide not to. And no problem. Yeah, 8-1, complete demolition here. Maybe it's just on this map. Maybe Yep really don't want to play this. Onyx is second best team in the regional by far, unless Neil trained between regionals. That's interesting. I thought Onyx would be closer to Yep than to Puff Bros. I also thought you guys and Testcat would be better than them. Nah, the Lingo team is out. They didn't play the first one either, off of stage 2. I would imagine Energiz's wife wasn't happy with him playing. They also had a Nako as the sub. Nako is now playing with Rotrex, so the entire team fell apart. And now Noisia has more speed than Jampy. Cackney is already first. We have not seen a mistake by him in the second half at all. So this is looking very good for Onyx to close it out immediately. That would be in 4 rounds. 2 aces and 2 victories. A good ice slide. Might be another ace even. Very nice landing. Super smooth. Look at how much he gains. Over jumps a bit. But it doesn't matter. Good enough. 10-2. Very easy. Noisia almost makes this map look good. Yeah, listen, when someone plays it really well, there's some sort of flow, but it still feels bad. You haven't even seen me yet. I solved the map today, trust me. Yeah, give it another week, and you'll get to watch me. Just sadly, we won't have anyone following us because I'm usually the Nemesis streamer. So I don't think anyone will be following us specifically. But you will be able to watch me anyway. I'll show you how it's done, don't worry. Nah, I don't want to. Because if something goes wrong, then I'm gonna feel like it might be because I streamed and maybe I got a micro lag because I streamed. I just don't want that at the back of my head. I want full focus. I just want us to do well. Like, it's not about content, it's about the result for me, if I play. So I will not stream next weekend. But this is a bit more competitive. Cackney with a little mistake. Why is Forever not streaming? Because usually I'm streaming. Maybe he will, I don't know. Yeah, that's not good. Well, 2v1, but BMQS looks much better than on Supercross. So yeah, why not? Listen, I'm trying, I am practicing a lot. Don't see why not. A nice jump, that was super smooth, but BMQS might be too far. And this is such a risky strategy, what Cackney just tried. That is faster if you pull it off. You kinda angle the car to the right when you jump onto the little platform. But then it can be a little bit random with how it bounces you. Why? It's not working.
Yokir's settings.
The alerts are not working, but thank you, Thomerson, for the resub for 5 months. Yokir's settings, indeed. What a header. Hope you found a way to...
Good afternoon.
Watch the match. And good afternoon, good evening, indeed. Appreciate the resub. That's also not very good.
What do you mean?
I'm surprised they're all making this. Second round now. All of them survived the scary jump. But it's looking much better for Onyx. That's a big mistake. He has to go around now. Kakin is still in first. But BMQS is, I'd say, close enough to profit off of a Cackney mistake. Noija even had to respawn due to that little touch. I do it in Cam 3. Still scary. Ain't no way I'm doing that in Cam 2. You can't see anything. Oh, Cackney gets it. Hey, maybe you want to go just for a little bit of that strategy. Like, you don't want to angle too much to the right. Maybe just a little bit the way BMQS did now, even though he kind of messed it up. But that might be smarter for rounds. When you smooth the big jump, you have too much speed for that later jump. Yeah, the whole point is to release, so that you don't have too much speed. Alright, so far, super close. Once again, over the make it jumpy, barely, but that's good enough. Nothing changes. Oh, it's a PMQS with a little clip. We'll still be able to make this. You have plenty of speed here. Then there's the Cackney mistake, has to respawn immediately. It seems like this part trips them up way more than the weird quarter pipe jump. That is very interesting to me. A lot of pressure now on Noisia. Alright, he had double skids, had to neo slide, good decision. Big jump, way too far to the right. Cackney another respawn, doesn't matter at this point. Will Noisia be able to hold on? Yes, barely. Better end line. Sick, another draw. Not the fastest times. I think for Europe, you should expect low 119s here. With some 118s. So this is kind of slow, but very evenly matched. Oh, BMQS with a respawn. Chance for Onyx. Once again, this is best of 3, so if Onyx win here, it's over. Usually, once again, they all make it. Like, that's so sick, the way Jampy jumped. That was almost pixel perfect. These guys are absolute machines in that jump. They're making that part look so easy. And he is catching up to second here. Oh, Cackney slows down a lot, and Jampy all of a sudden is in first even. Are we looking at another draw? Oh, maybe not, then he fails the easy part again. Good angle by both. And Jampy, there's the respawn. And there's the chance for Onyx to pull away finally. Now, none of this is very difficult. Oh no, he's just so close. So if you know you've got a huge lead here, it should be no problem at all. And there they go. Again, not the best times, but clearly they don't have to drive any faster than this. It's looking good for Onyx. Oh, BMQS completely misses the line there. Doesn't really get punished. And now he does. That is A huge gap to overcome after only a few turns. Very safe jump here as well. That's not gonna work in this situation. I mean, if you're gonna jump like that, then no wonder you're gonna make it. That was too safe given that he was already half a second behind. But yep, are indeed closing the gap here. Okay. Off to Champi now. To try to prevent another race. As Cackney has once again made a mistake in the same part. Slows down so much just to make it. And this could be 9-3. If Cackney can make the jump, that's not gonna be smooth. But he does have the gap. And you always have so much speed here that you can stumble a little bit before and still make the jump. It's gonna be a one-day event. Everything today. There's only like 2-3 matches in the group stage and then 2-3 matches later. Top 4. Very short event. And no reason to do it in 2 days when there's only 8 teams. 4 will make it into a double elimination. And the other 4 will be out. After whatever this is called, like GSL or... I don't even know. Yeah, this match might be over. Jampi is 5 seconds behind. Again, here, if you know you have such a big gap, it's pretty much impossible to lose. Although, they also make a lot of mistakes here, I've noticed. They love crashing into those poles, the lightsabers. Very interesting. They're not crashing where I thought they would be crashing here. That's not good. That was obvious. He was never making that. Let's see the time. Nah, not that fast. But that is enough. Onyx take match 1. My Puff Bros are still playing. This should be it. We've joined in time for the last round. No, Pack is not here. I'm pretty sure he has a golf tournament or something like that. So Spam is gonna be playing today. What is happening here? Go randomize. Go. No, he has 0%. I wanted him to win just 1 round. Spam takes it. Oh, that's heartbreaking. He could have had that 1 round. Nice 6-3. I'm pretty sure Wolcian also win this. Although I'm not sure about these lines. What is he doing? Wiggity, why are you not playing? Lovebirds versus Onyx is gonna be interesting. Maybe versus Testcat as well. Wait, was that not... Wait, those are different people. Oh, so this is randomized, that's random. I thought random was randomized. No way. I didn't even realize. Crazy. You're the sub here. Flimsy couldn't play most of stage 1. Oh, interesting. Oh, you played really well. I thought you were a starter. Flimsy with a mistake, but a good PC gamer is in first still. Has such a big lead. Slows down quite a lot, but here you don't really get punished for touching. Sometimes it even helps you. If you have a big lead and you touch a little bit, you don't even have to release, you just play like an NPC, but not like that. Would say, are you just here to criticize me? Is that where we're at? A 7-7. You'll play a match or two later, because there's an NCSA comp going on soon as well. Oh, I see. So that takes precedence over this. Nice. Yep, alright, fair enough. That is what I'm here for. Yeah, that's not good. Flimsy also with an early mistake. Nah, super close. We want Walsian to win this, so we don't go to another map. So far, 0 mistakes in that quarter pipe jump. I can't believe this. I know some of them are jumping really safe, but still. Absolutely crazy. Some pretty big gaps right now. 0.4, then 0.6. And Sabi there with a mistake. That could be the end for A2. Needs to step on it now. Better release, but will jump further, has to release more, and now has to do the little trick. He decides not to go for it. Fully relying on landing early. Will he have a better angle here? Sebi with the risk and gets it. Oof. What an ending.
Victory.
Imagine A2 turning it around now. Just because he saved them with a crazy end. What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you read A2? Nothing. A2 doesn't mean anything to me. And there goes a bad PC gamer. I'm not really counting that as a mistake still. I'm still 9-8 with Flimsy in first. That's still good enough for Walsian. Sister of B2. I still don't know what that means. A bad PC gamer with another respawn doesn't change anything. Oh, Flimsy there with a mistake. Where's randomize? A little too far behind. So this could be overtime. But if Flimsy has to jump safe, all of a sudden A2 could win the map. That is a huge gap. Randomize so close to the pole. Sebi struggling as well. Why is he... What are these lines? But Flimsy also makes a mess of it. Sebi with a touch. And they will still win this. What a shit show. 1:23 winning time. But they somehow win the round. Yeah, Europe is gonna be way different on this map. I think we could drive low 119s here and lose the round. That is the sad part. And yet here you can ace with 123. Language proficiency score. I have no clue what that is. Yeah, the teammates are not covering themselves in glory right now. And they were ahead by 3 points. Somehow managed to lose it. Let's see the PBs. 110, 4, 8, 1 and 5. That's... For this match, looks good. 193. I was seen with much better PBs. Flimsy was pretty good here. Should be free. Yeah, well... doesn't look free to me. Poor start, but it is 0.7. He does have the pace. Maybe he can catch up if randomized and Sebi are a little bit slower. But the teammate is in first. Bad PC gamer still first. Randomized losing a little bit. Flimsy coming closer to the third place and now overtakes. On to the next reactor section. Flimsy just pulling away. Seems like he can even afford a mistake like that in the start because he's almost second now. And there he goes. So this might indeed be free. Never mind. Flimsy is making it interesting again. Randomized struggling with the easy part. Camera is going wild again. Flimsy with the respawn doesn't want to make it too easy. Yeah, 110.5. There's the draw. And pace-wise, Wasion surely have it. Maybe they don't know they can kind of chill here. And it's gonna be enough. Although I will say, if you're a Chem 1 player, then it's not that easy to chill here. None of this comes natural. Because you gotta switch to one of the other two cameras. Like, in Chem 1, it is literally blind. So if you're not comfortable with those, then you're kind of always on edge here. Another mistake by Flimsy. He's crashed in every part of the map. In 2 rounds. There's a respawn now. Full Altchem 3. I don't know what Altchem 3 is. Is that the Carl Jr. cam or the one where you see the car? The Wheezy cam. Nothing. Oh, so the Carl Jr. cam. And now Handa says alt is Wheezy cam. Then A2 actually in the lead. I have no clue. The Handa is wrong. Alright, so alt is the Carl Jr. cam. Alright. Victory. Yeah, because that one was added later. Makes sense. No cam 1 this, please. Respect the best camera. Yo, there's the respawn. Bad PC gamer. I mean, this is not looking to be free at all. They're struggling, and Flimsy has been quite shaky so far. Little mistake by Sebi. Not a big issue. They're already 1 point ahead. And they shouldn't get punished too much here, even with those small mistakes. Because they kind of have 4 seconds. And you really can't chill in this end either, even when you have a lead. There is a plastic bounce. We know that things can randomly go wrong with plastic bounces. So if Flimsy doesn't get it done, then Wasion could be in huge trouble here. Let's see. There he goes. Doesn't even make it to the jump. Another respawn. And there's the ace. 6-2 A2. Yeah, Flimsy so far not in it at all. Can't have a clean round. Wasion in trouble. Quad. Well, it's still not over. They had a 3-point lead, then blew it. Now they have a 4-point deficit. And now I cannot change cameras because it goes to cam 1 if I do. Oh, Flim's in first again. Can he finally redeem himself? And a bad PC gamer in second. It is looking good. Oh, Flimsy with a very poor line, and Sebi from third to first. That would be huge for A2. The German is right now dominating America. What is he doing? Like, he missed by 200 pixels there. That wasn't even close. A victory isn't good enough. They need more. I mean, 3 more victories and it's overtime. But they need more. Kinda doubt they're gonna get 3 in a row. They need an ace here. It's just Flimsy. If he pulls himself together, then they have a good chance still. Drops the gear as well. Steers through the gear. And they're running out of chances here. 10-point threshold is quickly approaching. Synchronized crash. That was amazing. Why did randomize respawn here as well? Look at this fight. But let's go back to the top. Like, this definitely goes into A2's favor again, because it's about Sebi beating a bad PC gamer, which pretty much prevents another race. Because I doubt he's gonna lose 7 seconds here. He is going for the slower strategy here. Oh, goes for the respawn. How much is that? Still fine though. Poor bounce. Randomized finishes. Well, another victory for Walsian. And this is what I mean with plastic bounces. Although, to be fair, this is on him. Because the car wasn't straight. You want to bounce with the ass, not with the wheel. That's why that happened. So, player mistake, to be fair. Not a plastic bug. Double respawn is so ass. Yeah, maybe I should test that. Just in case. I had no idea. Well, that's already 1 second. And he is struggling with the gear again. So again, this goes into A2's favor. Yeah, of course I didn't, because I don't crash on NASCAR. They're trying to call me out, but that was a huge miss. How would I test this? I'm not gonna fail here, ever. You can remember that. I mean, this is dangerous now, because Flimsy has been very hit or miss, and mostly miss. If he fails here, it's over. Here we go. He has to get this. Flimsy going for it. I can't change the camera, I'm sorry. He gets it! Another victory. Because Randomize gets a terrible plastic bounce. Although that is also mostly skill based. The amount of speed you get with the bounce, before the bounce. There are things you need to do. Buttons you need to press to make sure it's better. It's still a little bit random though. I crash on everything and know every double respawn. That means that's useful. Are they actually gonna win 4 in a row? Just to get to overtime and then win the 5th one? Nah, they're doing it just to defy me. But this could be an ace even. Never mind. Never mind, this could be the end. This is looking like a draw, but I feel like so far every round something has gone wrong for a team in the end. It's never stayed the same as before the reactor section. Someone always fails the end. Going for the flip. Very slow flip. Where is he going? Not there. Flimsy gets it. And there's the ace for Wolcian. And Wolcian, get it done. See, I told you. They had to ace at some point. And they did. So Wolcian got the win, but made it very interesting. Sebi failed it with the flips. It's the flips that got him. That was a terrible flip. Just terrible setup. Doesn't work. The boys are giving them a false sense of hope. Yeah, just playing with their food. But they always had it in the bag. Never in doubt. They did make it interesting. Now you gotta check all the VODs. Sure. If you're gonna hate, you gotta be dedicated. I don't appreciate half-hearted hating. If you wanna hate on me, then you have to go all in. So, Puff Bros Onyx, the other one is Tescat Wolcian. I guess we'll just take Tescat Wolcian, because the other match is definitely streamed by Spam. Not sure if anyone is streaming this, so I'll just take it. And then we switch to the other one, if it's not done yet, the Puff Bros match. So this should be 7, if it's ready. Let's see what Tescat can do. If Neil is still untrained, then it could be close. If he is trained, then I expect Tescat to win this. Based on what we've just seen. But it's POV. To be fair, Spam is also POV. Hey, I just forgot that pack is not there. Now, for now, we'll do this one, and then later we can watch Puff Bros, because, I mean, they're pretty much guaranteed to make it far. So we're guaranteed to watch them, but maybe we won't get to watch these teams as much. I don't want to watch the same team every time, because in reality, we could just watch Spam and Carl all the time, since they're the best. But I guess it could get boring. Just want to see as many players as possible. I just check if there's anything on Discord, in case there's any delay. No, there's nothing. We're just waiting for Wolcian. Maybe they want to cool down a bit. Because at one point they were so close to losing that. Like at this point it was a draw. And then a bad PC game overtook both of them. So it could have gone very wrong. They're both here. Flimsy is getting subbed for Science right now, who is probably not pracked. What are you guys doing? Taking the subbing to the next level. You two gotta play comp in 18 minutes. Unbelievable. Right then, so this one might be over quickly. And then we get to watch Puff Bros anyway. I hope both Neil and Richie are ready. Just to make it interesting later on. Yeah, let me watch this in cam too. No, I gotta switch with this, right? What have I done? Yeah, indeed he is. Yeah, if it's gonna take forever for him to join, then yeah, we'll just watch the other match. Still don't know if this is better in Cam 2 or Cam 3. These wall reactor sections. That might actually be better in Cam 2. Looking at this. I tried Chem 2 for the first one and I actually preferred it. Haven't tried Chem 2 for the other ones yet. Might actually try it for all of them. Like, this is the last map that I gotta learn. I am very happy with the other 5. Still gotta learn this one. Apparently, one of the players is missing, so we'll go over to the Puff Bros match. Oh, they're already done with the pick and ban. Supercross band, I love this. Air control, side swipe, hoop. Alright. Yeah, I want to say Carl on air control. Maybe there's a new line. Because it's the newest map. It might not have been solved yet completely. Cam 2 is asked for the down section after NASCAR. That's good, because that is the easiest one for me in Cam 3. This one is the hardest. The first one is by far the hardest. Let me just say something. I just had to fix something quickly. Should be alright now. Let's see. We're gonna watch this because the other match might not even start in the near future. So this is potentially gonna be close. I have no clue how trained Spam is. I would imagine Carl is trained. Yep, gets a really nice start, but still behind Cackney though. Let's see from Spam's point of view. Very nice jump. It's Cackney who clips a little bit on landing and loses a lot. Strong start for Puff Bros. Spam not with the best release, but at least doesn't get the gear up. Very important there. That would cost around 0.3, which is huge on this map. Still good chance for Puff Bros to get the ace. Spam fighting with Cackney for that second spot. Noisia is really far behind and will not play a role in this round anymore. Cackney is closing in to Carl Jr. Just a few more jumps left. Different approaches. Spam should be able to make this clean. Look at how close this is. Cackney with the low jump will have the most speed, and Cackney goes to first place even. Yo, double PB. Nice round.
Draw.
Now we're getting to the territory of decent times. Carl obviously training offline, so we have no clue what his actual PB is. A very sharp Neo there. Pays off with Nausea. Already pretty far behind. Once again, everyone makes this jump. Cackney is in first and is really showing what he can do. Very strong start. Spam with a little stumble will make the jump at least. Still manages to stay in third. With Nausea clipping on the landing. Cackney with the same mistake that he made before in the previous match. I believe he full crashed there. So this should be an ace for Puff Bros. As long as Spam can stay in second. Looking good. One more jump. Nausea going for the riskier strat. But simply not close enough to Spam, and there they go. First ace of the match.
Ace.
Another online PB for Carl. But I'm sure he can go a lot faster than that. That is a very nice start. Like, what he just did is exactly how you want to drive that start. That was amazing. And there it is, the first bigger mistake in the jump. And it's Nausea now. And you can just see how much you lose if that happens. He's pretty much dead here because this is a pace map. There's very few places where a big mistake can occur. Other than that, it's fairly easy to survive. You just want to go faster. And the bros are puffing right now. No chance for Onyx. 0.4 off a gap. Can he do it? A decent jump. Still almost 0.3. That's not gonna be enough. Another is a solid round. Mid 119. And it seems to be enough. One ace away from winning in 4. That is not how you want to start your round. Crashes into probably the second available obstacle. And he's been the faster player for Onyx so far. That could already be enough for Puff Bros. Spam barely makes it. Just a few pixels lower and he loses over a second. But that is good enough. And now it just needs to outpace Nausea here. Yeah, looks good. Maybe a bit too far left. So won't be able to attack yet. Also doesn't get the most speed out of that transition. Still fine though. Of course, a victory here is amazing for Puff Bros. Again, this is not the end of the world, because you want to release anyway. That's the good thing about this map. If you crash, you just continue. Like nothing happened in so many places. Of course he lost, but on some other maps, if that happens, you gotta respawn. There's gonna be only a victory, but that's no problem. Another online PB for Carl. Pretty good time. This is what you're gonna be seeing a lot in the European regional. This and better. Carl is such an impressive player. If he can save, he will, even if the risk is small. Yeah, that's what makes him so good. Knowing when to do what, in addition to being extremely mechanically skilled. Yeah, that's fine. Carl is there. Carl just needs top 2. Will make the jump. And there it is. The double respawn. And this is what I thought would happen a lot more. When you clip and the car goes onto the back 2 wheels and you fall off the map. I can tell you that has happened quite a bit for me in practice. That is the most common mistake that I've made. Other than that, the map is quite easy, I'd say. But that's like the only part where things can really go wrong. And that is what I thought would happen way more often. So now obviously it's over. Carl and Spam are not gonna throw this. We just wanna watch Carl get this done. You can see there's no shenanigans, he just jumps straight. Yeah, no problem. Now, to be fair, this was by far the worst of the online world records. It's not a crazy time, like, in general, but for a match, this is insanely good, obviously. If you can come anywhere near that, you're gonna be doing very well. I would expect that to be beaten in the European regional, or maybe even by Carl later today. Let's see if Puff Bros can do it in 2 maps. Oh wait, you can see that he kind of jumped safe in the end. If you jump to the left with the Carl angled right, and you get it done well, you gain like 0.1 or so. I think someone is gonna do a 0.4 in the European regional or something like that. That's what I would expect to be the best time. There's a lot more possible there in a time attack sense. You can see that he drove that time without breaking a sweat. And so far Onyx looks good here. It's gonna be difficult to beat Carl. Alright, onto the jump. 2 of them going for the flip. Good times.
Draw.
Strong start. But I think this might be too much for Onyx. I would expect him to be able to do it consistently, of course, as a Chem 3 player. Oh, there he goes. Mistake by Carl. Chance for Onyx, maybe. Wait, this was picked by Onyx, indeed. So this is where they feel like they have the best chance of doing some damage to Puff Bros. Yeah, now Carl needs to overcome a 0.8 deficit. This is gonna be insanely hard. Well, not anymore. Noisia fails. Has to respawn. And all of a sudden, I think Puff Bros can feel very relieved with this. More than anything else. Especially with that mistake by Cackney. Spam might be too far behind to capitalize. But it should still be a victory for Puff Bros. Ooh. misses the plastic. Cackney gets it. Spam also gets it. Still good enough. Never mind. Noisia goes safe. And this is not something you see often. Carl completely blowing it. Had a first place, was quite far ahead. Probably knew that he was first. And he just risked too much. Went for a very low line there. And missed the plastic. And then missed the finish later. So Indian victory for Onyx. What could have been a victory for Puff Bros. Once again, Carl in third. Have Onyx found his weakness? And once again they have the top two. This is where Noisia made a mistake. Not this time though. Spam seems to be lacking pace by quite a bit. It's gonna be difficult for him if he has to drive faster in order to do anything here, so I'm pretty sure those two are banking on Carl being the faster player. There's a little mistake too. I should not have switched the camera, but I had no choice because Spam crashed. Chance for Onyx to ace. And they get it. PB for Noisia as well. I mean, these are nice times for rounds. This is enough, even in Europe. Unless you're playing against teams like Boca or Big. But against almost any other team, I mean, this is crazy what he's doing. That would be enough. I just wouldn't expect a Chem 3 main to crash in the start. I'm very surprised, I'm not gonna lie. Spam, of course, Chem 2 main. See, I would think this map would really work in their favor. Just because of the cameras. But Carl had one good round other than that. Not even close. No, it's... I wouldn't even say it's up to Spam, he just doesn't have the pace. Needs to make sure he doesn't lose more than he's already lost and hope for a mistake. Goes for a little drift there. Going for the no spin, doesn't get it. Just doesn't jump far enough. Same as Carl before. And Noisia is playing really well, to be fair. 0.4, 0.3, very strong. Yeah, 9-2. Complete demolition here. Another problem for Puff Bros is that it doesn't really matter what Carl does. Now Onyx just need to beat Spam, who's a bit slower. And they should know this. Never mind. Maybe Carl is the slower one. I don't know what's happening here. No, I mean Spam is the slower player who's supposed to be there to prevent aces. Like, Spam is the Carl of the usual Puff Bros. Carl has taken Pack's role and Spam has taken Carl's role for today. But Carl is not Carling on this map at all. This is what my training sessions look like on Sideswipe. He's actually playing worse than me on this, which is crazy. Oh man, I gotta train this map tomorrow again. Can't believe it. The things I'm doing for Nemesis, absolutely crazy. I can't stand this map. But if I was able to learn Supercross, then surely I can learn this. Carl Jr. is just a warm-up opponent. Yeah, I mean, look at how they dealt with him. Light work. And now it's Hoop. Well, when we joined into the previous match, we just saw Carl fall off. So, you never know. Easily perma it. My teammate is good there. Nah, no permaban. I can learn it. I'll see it as a challenge. Same as Supercross. I need to get better with other cameras. I'll just do a 10-hour session tomorrow and learn it. No problem. And then we smash everyone. Did he give the controller to his girlfriend or what? I have never seen Carl crash this much. Never ever. It's hard to come back from this as well. On this map. In game, of course. And once again, it's down to spam here. Ooh, spam close to crashing there. We'll get it. Big mistake there by Cackney, that was. I mean, spam is playing well. Considering the situation, Carl is in third actually. Oh, he might have less speed. Cackney with the respawn, but he was last anyway. It doesn't really mean anything. Okay. I have never seen anyone fall there. On the left. Like, he just fell out of it. He fell. What is it doing? But he just fell out of the roller coaster. What is happening in this match? Let's go to follow, although I don't think it changes anything here. Yeah, Carl has survived the start. That's good. Oh, Cackney has to respawn. Clipped on the landing there into the hoop thingy. Noisy also with a mistake, and it's all falling apart for Onyx. I mean, they definitely had a chance. They had to do something last round, I think. If Carl crashes, they gotta take advantage of it. Same way they did on the previous map. And this map, they didn't. Huge gaps again, and now the thing is, you can't do anything about this. It's only whether the players survive or... What am I watching? What are they doing? How is Carl failing a drift? How is spamming first in this round? He's actually gonna win. Where's Carl? Does he know the safe way? That is the ultimate question. Cackney from last into second. No, Noisha gets second. Where did he come from?
Draw.
Carl plus 12 seconds doesn't know the safe way. This is why you want to play matchmaking. Then when you fail, you learn the safe way. Spam had to guide him in real time. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Because you just don't train for stuff like this, but when you play matchmaking and you crash into that checkpoint, then you gotta learn the safe way. You're forced to do it. These are some wild rounds. They gotta be laughing their asses off. There is no way they're focused. Even 50% for this to be happening. This has been a very entertaining map so far. Do they have more in store for us? That's a very nice jump. He jumps very low and keeps the gear. That's exactly what you want to do. Yeah, really nice line. This time he doesn't fail the drift. Into the jump. Oh, both will make it. Carl has more speed. It should be his, unless he falls off here. Oh, super close. Yeah, 169, pretty good. Both of them.
Draw.
Like, that's decent. Any 116 here is decent. Spam laughing and Carl unable to focus. Probably higher than a kite. Yeah, both of them. They still have 5-2. It's still looking good for them. Spam again a little bit behind. Carl, that was risky. He makes it though. How many releases was that? Like when you're trying to start a car that won't. And this could still be anything given what we've seen. Here we go on to the cinema part. They all make it. Spam makes it as well. Still a little bit behind. Able to catch up to Cackney at least. It's music from all of the other games. Including that one. Because I'm not mad at the music. There was so far no respawns, that's crazy. See? There just had to be a few respawns. We can't have a clean round. It wasn't a jinx. It was a prediction. It's not like a direct prediction. But I knew that would happen.
Draw.
It's the game knowledge on display here. I'm pretty sure both these teams will easily make it into top 4, so